Good morning. I'm Trish Isom, and I'm your worship associate this morning. It is my joy to welcome members and visitors of all ages, those connecting online, and those in the sanctuary. It is my honor to be a part of this celebration of joy. We've got a great service for you. Please take a minute or two and greet those around you. It is good to be together. This congregation respectfully acknowledges and honors Indigenous communities. UUSLO stands on land which was taken from the Yak Tichu Tichu, Yak Tilhini, Northern Chumash tribe without consideration, agreement, or compensation. We honor their historical and sacred connections to this land. We would like to extend a special welcome this morning to all our visitors. We are delighted that you chose to be with us today. And we invite you to stay after the service for some informal conversation. If you are here in person, you may join us in the social hall through those doors, or in the labyrinth, and it's outside the foyer in the front. Those visiting online are welcome to stay after the service for conversation with other participants on Zoom. If you are new to Unitarian Universalism and want to know more, We invite those in the sanctuary to fill out the green visitor card in the pews here. These can be placed in the offering basket later in the service. Visitors online are encouraged to fill out the visitor form on our website, UUSLO.org, at the bottom of the main page. If you have questions about the congregation or about Unitarian Universalism, our membership director, Larry Iaquinta, will be at the newcomers table in the social hall, or you may contact him via membership.uuslo@gmail.com. We encourage everyone to greet someone that you don't recognize at the service. Once again, a warm welcome to all. Today's chalice lighting is by Nick Cave. Joy, flighty, jumpy, startling thing that it is, often finds its true voice within its opposite. Joy exists as a bright, insistent spasm of defiance within the darkness of the world. May the flame of our chalice today be a bright, joyful, insistent spasm of defiance within the darkness of the world.
Good morning. I am Rod Richards. I am proud and pleased to serve as minister of this congregation, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you all. I heard the choir practicing before the service, that first number, and I said, it's revival day here at UUSLO. I love it. Amen. Amen. Can I get an amen? Yes. We are now going to sing our doxology. The words are printed in your order of service, or you may follow the words on the screen.
Today's call to worship is by Reverend Margaret Weiss. Come into this place with your whole self, the parts that are raw and exposed, the parts that are beaming with joy, the parts that are seeking the truth, the new, the possibility. Come into this place, open your heart, lay down your burden, lift up your hope for something new to happen. Come into this place with fellow travelers on the journey, and some faces new and others familiar, and all are welcoming you here, now, to this moment.
Thank you. Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing number 108, My Life Flows On in Endless Song. How can we keep from singing? In our gray hymnal, or you may follow the words on the screen. Thank you. I would like to invite the children and youth and associated adults to come forward for a story. Come on up, everybody. We are going to watch a story today. Come on in. Good to see you all. Come on up on the rug if you want. Good to see you. Come on in. It's that scary minister up there. We're not so sure about that. All right, we are going to watch a story today. It's called Giraffes Can't Dance. How do you think it would? Why do you think it would be hard for giraffes to dance? You know this one? Oh, good.
Because their legs could get tangled up.
Their legs could get tangled up. Absolutely. They have long legs, don't they? So we're going to watch this and find out if giraffes can dance or not. All right? Here we go.
Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and roll. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did the cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald!" the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool! Oh, Gerald, you're so weird!" Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald early on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing round. He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I am dancing. Yes, I am dancing. I am dancing," Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen! How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how!" But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." The end.
So it turns out giraffes can dance. Why do you think, Gerald? What gave him the courage to dance, do you think? Anyone? Well, the cricket helped, right? The cricket told him, you just need a different song. And what do you think Gerald will do if all those animals, again, tomorrow, start making fun of him again? Do you think he'll stop dancing? I don't think so either. I think Gerald's just going to keep on dancing. He's found his groove. It's really good to have you all here. It's good to see you, and I hope you have a blast in your RE classes. Thanks for being here. I'm going to light your candle, which I didn't manage to do when I was lighting the chalice, and then we will sing you out. This year, we are having a series of reflections from members of this congregation who served as board president during my time here with you all. We trust that looking back at some slices of congregational history, remembering what was, will inspire even greater excitement as you look ahead to create what will be. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. I'm deeply honored to welcome Jamie Woolf, board president from 2015 to 2017, to share a little about the things that were happening in this congregation during that time. Welcome, Jamie.
Good morning. So as Rod said, I was board president from July 1st, 2015 to June 30th, 2017. And even at the time, I knew it was really a magical period for us. Rod was settled, giving great sermons, congregation was growing, and generally happy. So it gave the board time to work on long-range sorts of projects. The first was that there were so many people in this sanctuary that we decided to try out a second service on Sundays. As those of you who were there at the time know, we made it work, but it wasn't really popular. We're creatures of habit and didn't want to get up early and wanted to meet with all of our own friends, so that didn't last too long. And increasing attendance also led us to, in 2015, to start a 10-year plan for expanding our facilities. The so-called 2025 plan looked at the possibility of expanding this space we're in, using the vacant lot over there for offices and classrooms, and reconfiguring the social hall. So the cost from our architect was $1.1 million, which was more than we wanted to do at that time. So ultimately, we simply expanded and reconfigured the social hall, and I think it was very successful. In 2016, we started making plans for Rod's sabbatical, and we were well prepared. We also dreamed about the future, asking ourselves, if we had the money to hire one extra employee today, what would that person do? and our suggestion was a congregational life coordinator. The work we envisioned was very similar to what Larry Ikinta is doing so well today. The last thing we did in 2017 was craft a budget for the following church year. It was a challenge because pledges hadn't increased as much as we hoped for. So we balanced the budget and even squeezed out enough money for a small raise for employees. On top of all this, I was midway through my transition from male to female during those 2 years. And I felt nothing but support and love from other board members and members of this congregation, for which I will be forever grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Today at noon, you are invited to meet in the library with Membership Director Larry Iquinta for UU 101's fourth Sunday session, where you can discover what makes this covenantal religion different from a creedal tradition, in addition to other fascinating information about Unitarian Universalism. I am delighted to be able to join with you all in today's meeting, so I look forward to seeing you there. And thank you for doing that, Larry. We have set aside this time in our service to share with each other those milestones that are most deeply felt in our lives. This is from George Snow. This joy is to thank all those who made Kay Perryman Snow's celebration of life yesterday an outstanding event. If I listed every person and every role played, not only would I inadvertently leave some people out, but it would take so long there wouldn't be much time left for the remainder of this morning's service. Therefore, a quote from Reverend Rod: "In grateful community." Thank you, George. And I know even though they're not written down or submitted today, that each of us is bringing into this place joys and sorrows and concerns of many kinds. So we want to honor those, hold together this joy that was spoken and all those joys and sorrows and concerns that remain unspoken. Offering up a prayer for the healing of pain and opening ourselves to a renewed awareness of and commitment to the truly awesome power of love within and beyond this community. Our community outreach offering recipient for the remainder of April is SLO County Citizens Climate Education. They are a volunteer nonprofit organization dedicated to creating effective solutions for the climate crisis. Every month they gather in our social hall to plan and take action, and I was privileged to be at their last meeting here. You can read more about our community outreach offering in our weekly newsletter. If you would like to give them to this organization today in the offering, please write COO on the memo line of your check to make sure it goes to the community outreach offering. And you can give always on our website. You'll see the various funds to which you can donate to, and one of those is the community outreach offering. So you can give to that throughout the month there, along with other funds like our food share and discretionary fund and endowment and paying your pledge. You can give all kinds of money on this page. I just want to say it is delightful. And you saw the giving page on our website. And on your order of service is a QR code that will take you directly to the giving page. If you have any questions about your payments or donations, please contact the office. Generosity is central to who we are and what we do together. And so we make time each week for an offering from our abundance to sustain this gathering and to strengthen the work of love that grows from our commitment to each other, to the wider community, and to the world. Please join with me in the words for the offering. We are this church. We are its hands, its heart, its voice. Together we share the wealth of this community and sustain it with our gifts. The offering will now be given and received.
Today's reading is Don't Hesitate by Mary Oliver. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back. That sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb. Here ends the reading.
The ceiling is high to let your soul rise up to the angels who teach you to fly. And when you're weary of clouds, help you back down and welcomes you home to this hallowed ground. It's gilded in gold, gilded in rust, for heaven above and heaven above, the heaven we know. This world, here in our holy church of the earth. And the windows are wide, so darkness and light, mystery and beauty greet you inside. And there's room enough to hold all of us who gather in friendship, who gather in love. It's gilded in gold, gilded in rust, for heaven below, heaven above, the heaven we know, here in this world, here in our holy church of the earth, church of the earth, church of light, ancient and bright, light that we find such shines, light that we share. This is our prayer, that we may always find the heaven we seek here at our feet, here in this sunrise, in this heartbeat. Oh, it's gilded in gold, gilded in rust, for heaven below and heaven above, the heaven
Wow, thank you. When they ask if you've been to church today, what are you going to say? Yes, indeed. Church of the earth. Amen. It's such a beautiful song. And that song has been going through my head this week, along with another, which provided the title of this sermon, which goes something like this. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. You may not be able to tell from that, but it's a beautiful song, and maybe we'll find an opportunity to sing it together in the next couple of months. But I love it. I love both of these, and what strikes me is that these two songs both speak to me, but they seem to be saying very different things about the world, and quite possibly about joy. One says that the joy that I have was not given to me by this world, nor can it be taken away by this world. It comes from somewhere else. The other suggests very strongly that joy does indeed come from the world, the heaven we know here in this world, here in our holy church of the earth. This is our world, right? The earth. However, from another perspective, we could say that the earth holds many different worlds. We use the word world to describe many different things. There is what we call the natural world, which is defined by AI. Ironic, I know. As encompassing all living and non-living things that exist in nature, including animals, plants, and the physical elements of the earth, such as soil, water, and air. It's the realm of things that are not artificial or caused by humans. Obviously, AI, or A1, as our current Secretary of Education recently called it, AI would presumably not be included in the natural world, as it has artificial right there in its name, artificial intelligence. But we all kind of know what we're talking about when we use this phrase, the natural world, and the beauty that it holds inspires words like Peter Mayer wrote and Don and the choir so beautifully sang, "From heaven below and heaven above, the heaven we know here in this world, here in our holy church of the earth." Sometimes that is what we mean when we say the world. However, there is also the world of, well, us, humans and human activity, especially that activity that confounds us or frustrates us or saddens us. The world of which we say things like, "I cannot believe what is happening in this world," or "this world is driving me crazy," or possibly, "Whatever joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me." There is the world that causes us to lift our heads in wonder, and the world that causes us to cradle our heads in our hands. On the one hand, we know ourselves to be creatures of the earth. We are a part indeed of the natural world. So where else could our joy come from but from this world? On another hand, we know that the world we humans have created, in its worst manifestations, the traps in which we fall, the prejudices we propagate, the opinions we pontificate, the violence we perpetrate because of the greed that proliferates, this world cannot lead to joy. Joy here is in spite of. Joy is resistance. Joy exists as a bright, insistent spasm of defiance within the darkness of the world, writes author, musician, songwriter Nick Cave. Joy exists as a bright, insistent spasm of defiance within the darkness of the world. Be joyful, says poet Wendell Berry. Be joyful, though you have considered all the facts. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, writes poet Mary Oliver. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. The world can mean a lot of different things. There are many worlds in this one world we share. We inhabit multiple worlds. Some worlds inspire joy, and some do not. We need only turn to Gerald the giraffe from our Time for All Ages story for a clear illustration. The world of the jungle dance, as cool as it looked, did not hold any joy for Gerald. In fact, it sought to crush what joy he had. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald, the animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. Gerald departs, dejected and alone, and gazing at the moon, has the good fortune to meet the cricket. Sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song, the cricket tells the giraffe, and then invites him to move from the critical, sneering world of the jungle dance into this other world. The world that Peter Mayer speaks of in Church of the Earth, the heaven here on this earth. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. For everything makes music if you really want it to. And joy is opened up for Gerald. How can he keep from dancing, right? And though he returns and receives accolades from his former tormentors and critics, I dare say, and the children agreed, that if they lost interest and started making fun of him the next day, Gerald would keep dancing. He just might sing, "This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away." What made the change? What allowed Gerald's joy to come forth? What made him brave enough to be unashamedly joyful? Where does joy come from? I still don't know. One could say that Gerald's connection with the beauty of the moon and the sounds of the swaying grass and the breezes through the tree branches brought joy. Indeed, they did. That one world worked to crush his joy while another world served to inspire it. But I also want to remember the cricket. There was something about his reaching out to Gerald, his care and concern, his encouragement. It reminded me of Mary Oliver's words, sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, she says, that's often the case. We humans are a part of the world where plenty of lives and whole towns are destroyed or are about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. And we are also members of the church of the earth. We are a part of the natural world. We exist in both worlds, and we can work to deepen connections in both worlds. I don't know where joy comes from, but I do believe it can be a bright, insistent spasm of defiance in the darkness of the world. I don't know where joy comes from, but I do often notice it when love begins. I don't know precisely where joy comes from, but I agree with Gerald when he says we all can dance when we find music that we love. And so I say, let it be a dance we do. I invite you to rise in body or spirit and join in singing number 311, Let It Be a Dance, in our gray hymnal.
Please join me in saying the words we use each Sunday as we extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment.
If you see joy come near you, don't hesitate. Grab it, celebrate it, dance. Go now in peace, in joy, in love, and singing.